Hey YouTube, it's me, Jade. And this is my 16 week update. I'm not 17 weeks pregnant. My brain has been so like fried lately. So that's one symptom. Like I don't know what I be saying or what I'm thinking. It's crazy. So I'm actually 16 weeks and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Today's Tuesday, so 4 weeks. So I did a video last week, and I was 15 weeks, 4 days. Now I'm 16 weeks. I don't know. I'm 16 weeks and some days pregnant. I'm telling you, I can't think, you guys. Like, seriously, this is common this past week. I cannot think. All right, so anyways, nausea is starting to give up more and more. I still do feel sick, but it's getting better. I'm like almost there. I'm almost back to normal. Other than that, I'm still pretty tired, but not as bad. A little bit of heartburn still. Get really out of breath. Like, I don't know why. When I'm talking, I get out of breath. If I'm walking, I get out of breath. Like, it's just weird. I'll just randomly get out of breath. And, like, you know, you feel like you want to take a really deep breath, but you can't get enough air. That's been happening to me a lot. So that's another symptom. I've been having, like, random backaches. Like, it just, my back will randomly start hurting if I bend over, and it's like, oh my gosh, my back, I'm feeling old, and like, this is too early in pregnancy to be having back pain, to me anyways. I'm actually on lunch right now. The kids are at, Ivan's sister's house. She's watching them because I was out of town, but he's coming back tonight, so, he'll be home. So glad. He was only gone for a couple nights. Anyways, getting off topic. So yeah, backache. I don't know if this is around ligament pains or what, but I never had that shooting, like, crotch, like, pain I had mentioned in a past video. It never happened again, so it was really weird, but thankfully it's gone. But I have been having I feel sore, like, in my abdomen area, and I don't know, it's like, sometimes I'm thinking, like, do I feel crampy, or is it just sore, or what? So, and I don't really remember ever feeling that before, so I don't really know what that's about. I've been having migraines, like, last week, when I was 16 weeks exactly. The night before that, I kind of had a headache, and I had been having headaches here and there, and I went to sleep, and then I would wake up, you know, to go to the bathroom, whatever, and I would still kind of have a headache, but, you know, I went back to sleep, and the next morning, my head was hurting really bad, and it just got progressively worse towards the end of the day. By the end of towards the end of the evening, like, my head was hurting so bad. It was like a serious migraine. If I got up and if I moved or did anything, it got worse. The light was hurting my eyes. Like, it was really bad. So, like, this past week, honestly, hasn't been the best for me. You know, I like backaches, then migraines put me out for like 2 days. And then, what else? Pimples. So you can't really tell anymore, but there was a big pimple that popped up right here, and then one that popped up right here out of nowhere. I'm like, great. And they weren't like little tiny peekaboo pimples. They were like, boom, in your face pimples. But they're starting to go down a little bit now, so. What else? I've been feeling the baby move more and more. It's just really crazy. I don't know why, but I feel like this baby needs to grow some more, and so I could really start feeling it. Like, I feel like it's still so tiny in there, but I still feel things, you know, here and there, which is good, because some people, you know, don't feel anything, I guess, so. But it just makes me smile, and it's just like the reminder, you know, you got your little baby in there growing, so that's exciting. What else? Clumsiness, which I'm not for sure if clumsiness has been, like, extra due to pregnancy, but I've just been noticing myself being a little bit more clumsy. Forgetful, like I said, my mind is just, I'm out of it. And then lastly, I've been having problems with sleeping. Like, I can't get comfortable at night. I'm tossing and turning, constantly, like, moving my pillows. I still do occasionally sleep on my stomach, but it's starting to kind of feel uncomfortable. But the way I lay, I kind of lay, like, sideways anyways. But that sucks, because, you know, I want to be able to get rest, and if you can't get comfortable, it's hard to do that. So that's it for symptoms. It's kind of a lot this week, but like I said, it wasn't really a good week for me. And I was going to do this video late last night before I went to sleep, but I had a horrible day yesterday, and I was in a really bad mood, and I was like, I mean, this is the reality of my life and of pregnancy. You know, not every day is a great day, and you're like, oh, these are my symptoms, happy, happy, go, go. It's not always like that, so I thought maybe I'll just do the video, but it was late, I was tired, I decided, screw it, I'll do it tomorrow. So I'm doing it now. I've been really, really stressed out at work. Things are not going, you know, as I would have hoped. And like I've mentioned many times, my position was switched, and I'm a positive person. I try to be positive about everything, because I just think being negative and a Debbie Downer all the time, like, gets you nowhere. And so I try to be positive about things, and I try to go in positive, like, it'll be okay, I can do this, I'm gonna be like that, da 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 da, but it just is not working out. Like, I'm not happy, and I'm not... Like, if you're waking up in the morning dreading going to work, and this is where you're spending, you know, most of your time, if you work full time, you're spending most of your time at work. Like, it's so annoying. And yesterday I just had a bad day, you know, and so I'm just been stressed out about it and thinking about it. And then it's like, when you're talking about it, it just hovers over you, and I'm really honestly just not happy. So that hasn't been good. You know, now that the new year has started and we don't have, like, you know, Christmas Eve off or Christmas Day off, and like our half days we were having, you know, around the holidays, now it's just back to regular schedule, and I'm like dreading it, because I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to be here. So I know that's so bad to say about my job, but that's how I feel. And you know, it could be maybe I'm just extra sensitive because I'm pregnant, or maybe just really isn't best for me. I don't know. So anyways, I'm going to try to keep moving because I talk too much. I've been stressed about trying to figure out a daycare situation, because Ivan's going to be leaving very soon. And it's really hard when, you know, you have two parents that are working, and then one person's income, basically all of their income would be going towards daycare, you know, and it makes it almost like I would rather just be home with my kids myself, because daycare is really, really expensive, as I'm sure everyone knows. And so that's kind of been stressing me out, trying to figure out how we're going to work that out. You know, money has been coming up a lot. We just have a lot of stuff that we need to get in line to take care of, you know, and especially before the baby comes. And then it's harder when it's like you don't like your job and you feel like you know, you absolutely have to stay and you have to get money so you can take care of things. So that's kind of been stressing me out. Then I got this weird letter saying that my medical insurance was going to be taken away or something. I don't know. And so I have to call them still to fix it. So it's just like, there's just kind of been a lot of stuff. And it's just, I don't know. It's just been not so great. But it'll be all right. What else? I haven't really had too many cravings. I know this might sound weird, and I'm not really a seafood eater, but there's a restaurant called Ivar's. I don't know if they have Ivar's anywhere else except for here, but they have the best clam chowder. Like, oh my God. I made Ivan take me there twice one day after work to get it because it's just so good. Yes. So clam chowder I was craving, and then randomly like cereal or something I will crave. The only other thing really I have to talk about, well, this isn't the only other thing. Someone asked a comment, asked me how come I don't do belly shots. So I don't do belly shots because I don't feel comfortable doing belly shots. I'm not a size 3 or 4 or whatever. And, you know, the type of body that I have, it takes a like long time through my pregnancy for the changes to like really be noticeable. I notice differences in my body because I know my body, but if I'm walking down the street and people wouldn't think I'm pregnant, you wouldn't assume that I'm pregnant because I don't really look pregnant. I just look like a bigger girl, you know. So, and I never did them in my last videos. Like, I mean, I would show my belly once I started getting bigger, and you know, but not actual, woo, this is my belly, because I'm just not comfortable with that. So sorry. That's just not something I'm willing to compromise, I guess. I'm in that phase where it's like, none of my clothes are fitting right, and I'm just looking bigger, but I'm not looking pregnant. And so it's really frustrating and really hard and uncomfortable. It's hard when you can't find anything that you feel comfortable to wear. So I do have more maternity clothes that I need to like pull out, but it's in our storage, which it's like buried somewhere, so I have to find it, and we have to take stuff out. So, because I didn't think I was going to be needing any maternity clothes anytime soon. Excuse me. So, that answered that question. Just so you guys know, thank you all for the suggestions for the cars. I'm making my list of possibilities and cars that we think might work for us. We did go to look at cars at a couple dealerships. I just went in just to see what they had to offer. And one problem I found is that a lot of bigger SUVs, they don't have like bench seats in the middle row, and we have to have bench seats because we need to put a car seat, you know, in each one. A lot of them just have bucket seats, which is 1 and 2, and then, you know, you could walk through the middle to get to the third row. Well, that's not going to work for us, and I didn't realize that was even going to become an issue. We did really like the Tahoe. Well, I even really loved the Tahoe, and so that's a really big contender. We looked at cars that were smaller than that, and it looks like it would be really hard to fit 3 car seats in there, you know, and without them like being ridiculously squished. And I don't want them to be uncomfortable. I don't want it to be unsafe. I want to make sure there's enough room in there. So, but we're still exploring our options. But the Tahoe is looking like a pretty good option. So yeah. Other than that, is there anything else? I did kind of like edit that day in the life video that I did the day we had our ultrasound, and so I'm gonna try to get that up sometime this week. So I'm thinking I might make this like my 16-17 week update and not do a video like right at 17 weeks, and maybe just upload that video, the day in the life, and then a video just kind of recapping my weeks 4 through 10 with this pregnancy, just briefly, just because there is something that I did want to talk about in there. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure yet. Other than that, you guys will not believe this. I cracked the screen on my phone about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, my brand new phone that I got for my birthday that I was so excited about, the big old Note 2, and I was just so pumped. I hadn't even had it a month, and the screen is cracked still. And it's going to stay cracked until I get some more money and I can get my replacement phone, because I do have insurance, but I just don't want to spend the money on getting it right now, because I spent a whole bunch of money buying this initial one and it's cracked already. So that sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But it's alright. Other than that, I hope everyone's week was a little bit better than mine, and that this next week will go better. I'm going to try to take oh no, I don't have time. I was going to try to take a quick nap before I have to go back to work, but I don't think I'll have time. Boo. But thank you guys so much. I want to tell everyone who has recently subscribed, and then also especially the people who have been watching me since my videos before, like, it means a lot to me that I have people that I know, you know, are interested in what I have to say, because I am a talker, and, you know, it just feels good. And even though I have a hard time like getting into my comments, it means a lot to me, and it feels good, especially when you know that there's people there that are supportive or like care. You know, it really does. So thank you guys. I know I'm not like Miss Popular on YouTube, like, you know, I got millions or thousands of followers, but all my subscribers, I love y'all. So I will talk to you guys soon. Hopefully I can get that other video up, day in the life. It's kind of funny, and that Ivan's actually in it, so you will see him, and he and I actually have a little talk with y'all talking about the ultrasound, well, before the ultrasound. So be looking for that, and I will see you guys soon. Mwah! Bye!